Hey everyone, this is Finite MTG here with a Chaos draft. I've already done many Chaos drafts, but back for more butt kicking, whether I'm the one kicking the butt or whether it's my butt being kicked. So far, it's been about 50-50, nothing amazing going on. Sorry about all that sound in the background. I think I'm going to take a Scourge Wolf out of this pack. It's just a 2-mana 2/2. But it's got First Strike, and a 2-mana 2/2 First Strike is a good card. You could also take like Pour Over the Pages, but I think aggro is really the way to be. I don't love that it's double red. I don't really think there are any other options in this pack though. Paranoid Perish Blade can be good if you turn on Delirium, but that can be super hard in Chaos. Murderous Compulsion, I guess, is the other real choice here. It's one of these three cards. I do love a 2-mana 2/2 First Striker. I think I'm just going to take this Compulsion, though. I just want to... It's not a great removal spell, but it is removal, and I think having that is important. Speaking of removal, Revoke Privileges is really good removal. Malfunction is pretty similar, but it's an extra mana. Pretty happy that I didn't take the Scourge Wolf in terms of the red cards in this pack. Spontaneous Artist and Spireside Infiltrator, at least in their formats, were both decent, but not great. Subtle Strike is a fine card. Make Obsolete is potentially okay. Yeah, I think these are the strongest cards in the pack. Self-Assembler, pretty terrible. It's just like a 5-mana 4/4. By terrible, I just mean the ability is never really happening realistically, but I'm fine with the Revoke Privileges here. Ooh, okay, so we have a bunch of cards with mana that we will not be able to use. So this does add colorless. So I could try to do something really spicy, like take this Crumbling Vestige and then wheel one of these. I don't know if that's a good idea though. Ooh, this card seems really good. 5-mana 3/3 flyer, and then Surge. You can pay it for or play it for 3 mana. That's kind of insane. This is a 2-mana 2/1 First Strike, also very good. You can tap it to ping. Lagak is probably fine. 2-mana 1/2. No, this card's not bad either. This pack's going to take a little longer for me because I've never played this format. I don't love these cards. I think I just need to take the Avenger here. I think the Sphinx is a good card. Commando isn't bad either, but I think I'm going for a slightly more controlling route, and flyers are just very strong in Chaos, so I think that's decent. This card's pretty good, but I'm never going to have any giants, so that's a no. Ether Spellbomb is okay, just like a weird unsummon that can cantrip instead. 4-mana 2/2. Ooh, this is a sweet card as well. Okay, I might be down for that, as well as a Spellbomb, or instead of a Spellbomb, I should say. Peer Through Depths, not terrible. I think I like this Dream Spoiler, which is it goes with the Compulsion in terms of colors. Spellbomb's okay, but I just don't think it's exciting. I'd rather have Flyer. There are a lot of X1s in this format, which basically just means in Magic, almost every deck plays some number of X1s, is what I've found, so I don't hate that. And now I get an instant speed on summon to work with the Dream Spoiler, which is so rewarded for that. Might be able to splash the privileges here. Diabolic Tutors, just a little too costly for me. Coat of Arms, probably not doing that. Weakness is somewhat decent. 3-mana 2/1 First Strike is probably a solid card, but I think it's going to be the unsummon here for me. I could definitely see a world where I'm like First Strike Tribal, first pick the Scourge Wolf, take the 2-mana 2/1 First Strike out of the like Return to Zendikar pack, and then pick this 3-mana 2/1 First Strike, but I think I'm fine with this. I think blue's going to be open here for me. Ooh, this card's really nice. 2-mana 2/1, and basically it's a flyer when it attacks. This is sort of like a 5-mana 2/1 draw card. You're almost never going to have the Merfolk synergy. Hornswoggle's probably good. Probably a good card. Basically, Ness and Scatter costs an extra mana, but you also get an extra mana out of it, so that's not terrible. Traveler's Amulet, also really good. In this format, fixing like this can be really solid and important, but I think at this point I'm like a blue-black flyer tempo-y deck. Ooh, I can also go unsummon into Sphinx in one turn, so that could be sweet. Yeah, I really like how my deck is going so far. Okay. Not necessarily in my sideboard, to be fair, but we'll see. Dispel, probably playable as like a sideboard card. This is a 3-mana 2/1 Swamp Walk, so randomly gets someone. So the question is, 4-mana 1/3. The ability is so expensive, but cards like this are generally pretty good. There's the Saltfield Recluse. That's a card from Time Spiral that I like quite a bit. I think it is going to be a little bit better than the Sewer Shambler for me. Yeah, that could be wrong, but I think I'm fine with it. Enchanted Artifact doesn't untap. Not quite what I want. 5-mana 3/3 that can gain first strike. Okay, I could end up in white, maybe splashing black. 4-mana 3/3, really yuck. Cloud Post is obviously a ridiculous constructed card, but not quite there. Don't think I want this random sideboard card. 3-mana. Yet another red card that can gain first strike, or has first strike. I'm going to take the Golem here. Okay. So in this pack, what do we have? We have probably one of the worst cards I've seen this whole time, I guess right next to Vessel. These cards are just awful, so I'm looking at either Stromkirk Mentor, which is basically a 4-mana 4/2, or Strength of Arms, which is not a card I'm happy about, but not sure how open black is. I'm not really keen for a 4-mana 4/2, and I don't know, the Strength of Arms might be decent. I don't hate a Blade Master here, just a 3-mana 2/3 is playable. It's on curve. Prowess is nice. I have a couple instants, 1 sorcery, 1 enchantment, I guess, too. So yeah, that's decent. Of course, Assembler Wield. I could also just take Make Obsolete here, but I think that card's a little narrower. Could be totally wrong about that, by the way, but I think I'd rather just... I don't even know if I'm playing black, so I'd rather just take this card. 3-mana 2/3, and you can't use the costs. Or you can't use the mana that it creates, I guess I should say. Warping Whale, that's looking pretty uncastable. I'm just going to take this card. It's another 3-mana 2/3. 2-mana mill 4, but it has Splice, so pretty sweet card. Modular Sunburst. I think I'd rather take the blue card for signaling purposes. Trumpet Blast can potentially not suck. Gruesome Fate can, well, it's not a card I would play, but potentially kill someone with that, so why give someone that card when I could give them a basic? So I think I'm playing blue. I hope I'm playing black. I also have some white options. Can play this card almost no matter what, just in terms of splashing. It's a really solid one. We've got a couple good flyers. I don't know if this card is any good or not. 3 mana is so expensive to activate, but it seems strong. Ooh, Blinding Soul Eater. This card's really good. I don't even have to be in white necessarily for it, but definitely gets better if I am. Ferromancer is pretty good as well. 4 mana is kind of a lot. This is discard. No, thank you. That's a solid one, but not for me. I think I'm just going to take this Soul Eater. There's also a Verdict. Spire Monitor as well. Decent card. This doesn't have flash, does it? No, just Surge. Okay. Talisman's kind of cool, depending on how my curve looks. I don't want to mispick by accident. I've had that happen too many times, so yeah, I think I'm just going to take a Soul Eater here. It's a good card. Tappers are good. Little known fact. Here we have this card, and that card. Those are the ones I'm interested in. Bell Tower Sphinx, a little bit slow and clunky for me, but Aether Adept, definitely a good card. Soul Griffin, also a strong one. I think Ether Adept might be better, but I'm also leaning toward Assault Griffin here. I think having a 3/2 flyer is something I want to do. And I already have a bunch of 3-drops. Granted, this card is better than most of them, but I can also pick the one good white card here. I mean, Mighty Leap isn't unplayable by any stretch, but maybe wheel like a Bell Tower Sphinx if someone else takes the Ether Adept, so I think that's valid. Not a huge fan of tempo. I'd rather play something that wins me the game. This pack is not very exciting. Beautiful Return is card advantage. Unyielding Krumar is like criminally underrated in my experience. I don't actually hate the Dismal Backwater here. Smite the Monstrous is okay. Consider that. Probably wouldn't main deck it, but might be worth thinking about. 2 and a 1/3 Prowess is like semi-playable. So the question is, do I want to like splash black or have the ability to play black and splash white? I could do that by taking the Backwater. I could also just take a sideboard card. It's kind of early for a sideboard card. I think the mana is just going to be a little bit too hard to get, and this allows me to play another removal spell. That's potentially really good. Ooh, this card looks really strong. Nice 2-mana tapper. Ability is a little more expensive than I'd like, but still. 6-mana 4/4. Ooh, you can Time Walk if you sack a Merfolk. You can sack itself, but you have to champion a Merfolk. And I think I have like 0 Merfolk. I'm about to pick up my first one instead. Yeah, I don't think so. Just having another tapper is nice. Can play a really controlling game. What does this card do though? 4-mana 0/3, yuck. That's not really what I'm into. 4-mana 3/3 Mountain Walk is like half decent. 3-mana 2/3. Ooh, this card isn't bad. I wouldn't mind wheeling that. Broken Ambition is probably solid as well, but just have another tapper, please. Watchwolf, that's a strong card. Another fairly disappointing pack here. Veteran Armor, I think, is probably a good card. Centaur Safeguard, another decent one, but not really what I'm going for here, I don't think. 4-mana Counter, fairly medium. Terrarion, it's okay, but I think I'd rather just have this bear. My curve is a little bit high, and it works well, just increasing the toughness of my other creatures. Yeah, I think this is solid over Terrarion, which doesn't necessarily do anything. Ooh, interesting. This card seems potentially great or very underwhelming, so hard to rate that one. Would I splash this card? I don't know. I don't think I'm taking either of those, so pick is between this Battleflight Eagle. So 5 mana for a 2/2 flyer, but you potentially get 2 damage out of it. So I would pay 3 mana for a 2/2 flyer, maybe 4 mana for one that I get an extra 2 damage out of. I don't think this card's terrible, but I don't think it's good either. I just want to try this thing out. It looks cool. It might be nice. Ooh, blue is super open. Got a Dewdrop Spy. I think this card is probably pretty good. Just 3 mana for a 2/2 flash. Got a Fairy Counterspell. It's bad mana leak, but it cantrips if I have a wizard. I have 1 wizard. 2 wizards now. Haha. This is a 5 mana 3/3. It's a cool ability, but I think it's just super narrow. 4 mana 3/2 Changeling Vigilance. That's nice as well. I think I'm going to be taking this Dewdrop Spy. Yeah, no. I don't want these other cards. I wouldn't mind wheeling something, but with only 9 cards in the pack, it's practically impossible. This is interesting. 4 mana 2/4 Potential Vigilance. 4 mana 2/1 Flying Infect. 5 mana 3/4 Battle Cry or sideboard card. I think I like the 4 mana 2/4 Vigilance. There's also, this is probably second for me. Yeah, just like playing random Infect cards seems kind of bad. I don't think I'm going to use them to win the game, and it's overpriced, so Partisan might be good, but you just take a lower curve defensive card. Ooh, Sensor Splicer isn't bad. Yeah, another terrible Infect card. Geth's Verdict is going to be super uncastable for me, but not a bad card. Glistener Elf, clearly not the staple that it is in other formats. Yeah, I'm going to take a Splicer fairly happily here. Ooh, we did wheel the Bell Tower Sphinx. There's also a Mighty Leap. I don't hate the Bell Tower Sphinx, though. I think Mighty Leap is fairly replaceable, and this thing has a big butt and has wings, so that's more or less what I want to do. Kind of hurt passing the Mana War effect at the time, the Ether Adept, but I think it paid off decently. Okay, I don't think I'll splash Krumar, but I do like the card. Tygum's Scheming. I hate cards like this. It's not card advantage, or even on parity, it's just disadvantage, and I don't really want to spend a card on filtering, so add this to the probably won't play but could pile. So 3 mana 2/3, but can block as a 3/4, or potentially give Island Walk to one other Merfolk, or 4 mana 3/3 Mountain Walk. I already have a bunch of 3s. I'd rather just have this card, which I don't have to main deck, but can potentially come in and mess up my opponent. Counterspell might be nice. This deck has some things at instant speed. I'll take a random spell here for signaling once again. And not particularly a good card, but it's technically on color. I think this card's really good. Yeah, this Dominant Healer. Sarah Deepwalker. Okay, not great. This is not the kind of tapping effect I love, though I think the card's probably playable, probably even decent. Now the question is, would I rather have a healer or a crier? Ooh, discard a card with my one badness card. That's kind of sweet. I wouldn't hate to wheel that, but I think I'm going to take this healer. Yeah, I think that's a fairly clear-cut pick. Start cutting some of my worst 3-drops now, like the 2/3 add a mana that I can't use. Ooh, Sift is a really strong card. Other cards in this pack are some decent flyers, but I think Sift is just such a strong card advantage thing. Again, I already have so many flyers. I'd rather just have some card advantage. I think I can get a Windrake a little bit after second pick, so I don't feel too bad about this. It's not too greedy. Ooh, Divination, or 2 mana 1/1 first strike that can get bigger. This card's surprisingly good. It's really hard to attack into, but Divination is just going to be the pick here for me. Gonna hope that this wheels. I'll consider playing it. Probably not, but do like Divination. And I'm wondering if any other color is open. I wonder if I should have been playing anything else. Hunt the Weak. That is a really strong green card. And Colonian Tusker. So green is appearing a bit open. Yeah, 2 good green cards again. Not ideal, but I don't think I navigated this too poorly. Eel Umbra is a nice card. Potentially blow someone out with it. It's another thing with flash for the Dream Spoiler Witches, which almost just moved back over into there. Glory Seeker is extremely medium. Just strictly worse than Veteran Armor. This is even a soldier too, so it's just worse in every way. Yeah, I'm going to take Eel Umbra. Zest Scab, I think this card is probably worth splashing. There's also a Way to the Underworld. Instant, sorcery, or creature card. Yeah, I think I have a few of those. I think this card is just really strong. Tap up to 2. So it's 2 mana Frost Breath if you have Spell Mastery. So that seems a little bit hard to do, but potentially good. Weight is decent, but probably just worse than the Scab. This is a random mill card. This is a random pump spell. Okay, let's just take the Scab. I think the 1 land is going to be enough for us to splash it. Maybe we'll get there on some others as well. So there's Variant Mechanist in this pack. I'm going to have to reread that one. 2 mana 2/1 that can gain flying. Also a decent card. Let's read this. Reveal an artifact card in the top 3. You may put it into your hand. How many artifacts do we have? We've got one. Don't want it to move over and be picked. 1, 2, 3. 3 artifacts in the entire deck. I think Gust Skimmer is just going to be better. Pretty sad, but yeah, I just don't think I'm really getting there on the random artifact sub-theme. Sign in Blood's a good card. This card's probably fine. It's an instant too. Potentially get someone with the Convoke instant. Fortify is probably okay, but I'd rather just have another good creature. Ooh, Talon Trooper. There's a very late Talon Trooper, and it's the exact kind of card this deck wants, so yeah. Yeah, 3 mana, 2/3 flyer, slightly above curve in both of my colors. Makes sense that I'm probably the only Azorius player, but definitely happy about that one. So right now I'm thinking I'll splash Scab and Compulsion. Woo! Thank you. And probably cut both of these, but I don't hit them either. Ooh, nice Windrake too. Circle of Protection white. I just had an effect like that. Yeah, no thank you. I'll just take a Windrake here. The only downside to taking this Windrake is I hate the white borders. They're disgusting to me. Right now you can't see it because it's got the last pick kind of gold border around it. But yeah, okay, Wield the Doomsayer's probably going to main deck that, but we'll see. But yeah, Windrake is a solid card. Take this card over the 2 semi-unplayable cards. Buzzard Ears is a little bit weird, but not terrible. Got a nice controlling deck here. Hopefully it's going to be solid. Can almost play a 60 card deck if I wanted to. Not sure I would really want to go down that route, but might be an argument for it. I wonder if I would bring this in against decks with a lot of X1s. I don't even think that would be wrong. We'll see though. You know, it'd be sweet. Turn 4 Sift. Turn 5 Possessed Scab. Get back Sift. Do it again. Spawning Pool. It's a random land, but it can do things, I guess. It's better than other cards that I can't play. Maybe I'll play it to help me splash. Slightly better than a Swamp with my like 1 or 2 other black sources I'll play. Maybe it's just worse than a Swamp. I don't know. How does this work? So it's black to regenerate, so I can actually tap it to regenerate itself. So if I just get one of my other 2 black sources in play to activate it, I can just, yeah, just have a sort of reassembling skeleton. Okay, best card in this pack is probably Enlarge, because these are all fairly unplayable, so just get that out of there. Definitely an interesting deck. I don't know if it's amazing or not, but we'll see. Got a lot of tapping effects. Okay, lose 3, gain 3, create 3. Hilarious. I'm more scared of this card, so I'll pick that. Ooh, okay. Might even play this card. Not sure. And a Mighty Elite Plate. Yeah, might even play that. Might even play that. That was pretty bad, but that was kind of funny. Okay, 34 cards. A little bit short of our 36 standard to make the 60 card deck, but just stay with you guys for some cuts, and then maybe I'll play the matches now, maybe I won't. We'll see. Alright, let's look at creatures, try to figure out what the best creatures are in this deck. Probably going to be this one. Whoops. This one's probably up there as well. Just the tappers. Flyers are probably next. I don't know if we got any bomb flyers, but we got some Windrake effects. Provocateur might be terrible, but I'm really interested in trying it. I know cards like this are good, so I will be playing it. This seems rather bad. That may be better than a 1/1. I don't know. This is another solid flyer. I don't know if this card's going to be any good. It's just so expensive to activate. This is another solid flyer. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Nope, not that one either. This one. This one's okay for similar reasons. Definitely playing all of those. Same with this. Let's go down here, look at some spells. Revoke Privileges is really nice. These cards seem pretty good, though they're not removal, so it's important to keep in mind. Don't hate splashing this card. I'm gonna look at how many spells I have afterward. I imagine I'm not playing this. 2 mana, +2/+2 flying versus 1 mana, +2/+2. I have 0 equipment, so it's just +2/+2. This is decent. I would consider these all tricks, though I think Eel Umbra is by far the best. Okay. So say I'm main decking this. Say I'm main decking like these, maybe one of these two. I'm not sure yet. Any cards that I'm missing that are clearly good? This card's pretty good. Yeah, same with this. I think we established that I'm trying this, whether it's good or not. Veteran Armor is probably solid and probably shouldn't be cutting it. This card I think is decent as well. Kind of similar cards here. Splicer's okay. I don't know if I want to play this one. I think I do want to play these. No, let's just cut all of these. No, I'll just cut all of these. I think I'm playing the 5s, but let's just take a look. And I'll cut these as well. Okay. Playing the armor is probably worth it. What else? This is 4 power for 5 mana and a 3/3 vigilance. Might just be worse than Titanium Golem. Ooh, but it's a combo. I can give this vigilance and first strike. Nice. I don't know if this card is worth it or not either. I think I am going to try this one out. Played the card a decent amount before. This doesn't really do anything. A colorless spell activated. Yeah, an ability of a colorless permanent, or pay a cost that contains colorless. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, nope. So the only thing this does, the only thing at all, is pay the 1 colorless to activate that, or cast an artifact. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. I'm not even sure I'm playing all of them. Still might be okay. I think I'm gonna try this card out, even if it sucks. Doomsayer is probably main deckable as well. And we're filling up fast in terms of playables. I think I like the 5 mana. I think I like Sphinx as well, so I'm gonna have to make some cuts. Let's pretend I'm playing this. I don't think I'm playing that. Let's just say I'm playing both of these, just for the sake of argument. Not. This card's good, but I don't have any flicker effects, so the best thing I can do is like unsummon it, I think. I don't know if that's worth it. I also think a lot of my deck has flying, so Strength of Arms is probably a little bit better than Mighty Leap. Yeah. Okay. So now I have to figure out some cuts. This card just might not be good enough. It's a cool card, but just I don't know. I think for this card to be good, let's see, target creature attacks this turn of Able. So potentially try to force your opponent to give you lethal. Could also have someone block, so that would be good. Good against like a first striker. Not really good against flyers in general. Yeah, I think maybe with so many flyers, this card is just bad. If you just have like a 6/6, just like a giant green monster, I think this card's probably decent, but just trying to be reasonable. And then this card, I think, is probably just a little bit too expensive to like it very much. And I don't hate playing 16 lands here. It's a little bit greedy, but I tend to have kind of a greedy mana base when I play. This card's probably better than it looks just because it's toughness. You can hit some 3/2s, maybe even bigger things than that, some flyers. I think I like all of my spells a decent amount too. So let's combine groups, resort, not resort though, and things by color. Move this over there. Switch these. This counts as a white card, so does this. And I'll count this as a white card as well, and I'll count this as a blue. Okay, so it looks like blue is going to be majority by a lot, so this is 12, 13, yeah, 14, 15, so 15 blue, and 9, 10, 11 white, 15, 10, and 2 black. So I think I can get away with 3 black sources. So the spawning pool may be backwater in a swamp. It is pretty greedy running this, but I don't know if it's worth it. I'll have to take a look after. Okay, let's add lands, see what Magic Online thinks. I don't know if I agree. 5, 9, 2. Let's add a plains. Let's cut an island. I can actually cut one more island. That's 8 blue sources with the backwater, 3 black sources, and 6 white. Is 8 enough blue sources for whatever we decided this was? Like 15 blue? It might be. I'll have to take a look. Kind of sad the spawning pool isn't getting in there, but I'm trying to be an adult about things. Realize when cards are probably not gonna, be activated. Like the idea for me is I want to have 2 sources in order to, I want to have 3 sources in order to splash something, so 2 sources to activate this just doesn't seem like enough. And if I'm never activating it, then why would I play a tap land? Yeah, I've got 1 double blue, I've got 8 blue sources, right? 6 white and 3 black, so I think this is actually fine. I don't know. I think this deck is good. I think I drafted decently. But yeah, I'm gonna take a break from now. Maybe I'll record the matches. You guys will know that for sure. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.